What's happening? Mark T here. Welcome to the No Backboard Basketball League show. This is episode 1, and today's June 12th, and we're covering basketball blockchain news for the week of June 5th through June 11th. Today we're going to discuss the Big Three Mint that took place on Friday to June 10th, some things that has happened with NBA Top Shot, and I'm going to introduce you to Krause House, an amazing basketball NFT DAO project that I recently have become a member to. So with that, let's jump in. Welcome to the No Backboard Basketball League show, reimagining basketball from the BlackTop to the blockchain, exploring the business of basketball at the intersection of basketball and blockchain technologies to provide a commentary on the new emerging business models, tracking the top basketball NFT projects with your host, Mark T., inventor of Basketball the Remix, the modern interpretation of the original game, and founder of the No Backboard Basketball League. The Big Three announced earlier this year a revolutionary NFT project, and it had its public mint this Friday on June 10th. Now, prior to June 10th, some of the more notable movers and shakers in the crypto space have already invested in the Big Three, completely selling out the fire tier. Now, the fire tier represents 25 NFTs per team that cost $25,000 per NFT. To completely buy out that level would be $625,000. And as you see here, as of Friday, all 12 of Ice Cube's Big Three teams have sold out at the fire tier. That means that the Big Three raised approximately $7.5 million in that round of NFT sales. Now, they also have the gold tier. Now, the gold tier is affordable for your average middle-class American family. And I think it's a good investment for hardcore sports fans that travel and love sports. Now, this collection is rolling its inventory of gold NFTs out in phases. So currently they have 4,500 available that's being split evenly between the 12 teams. Over time, the Big Three will continue to release more of the gold tier until they completely sell out, which is 975 gold NFTs per team. The Big Three has said once they sell these out, it's a wrap. They're not selling any more of these particular NFTs. Now, the Big Three ownership group is one of 4 collections that I currently track. One is actually one of 8 collections I currently track with my basketball blockchain index. Today, I'm going to share 4 of those projects with you to give you some insight into what's taking place with some of the more notable basketball NFT projects that I have uncovered so far. Now, the NBA Top Shot, which was launched approximately 2 years ago, really picked up speed during the pandemic in 2020, at the end of pandemic 2021, and recently announced it just passed $1 billion in total volume on the platform. Now, this is a closed blockchain platform. So NBA Top Shot allows fans to buy, sell, and trade unique versions of officially licensed video highlights only within the Top Shot platform. And this week, they dropped a special drop with the Magic Johnson packs called Anthology. Now, these packs were sold for $399 at retail. Each pack could contain up to 4 collection of 4 highlights of Magic Johnson's career with different rarities. Now, again, the initial pack sold for $399. As of Saturday, June 11th, I saw individuals cards listed from $1,500 to $800 from this particular pack. So obviously there's some attraction. Now with that, some of the most expensive Top Shot cars are $250,000. Go figure. Krause House DAO is hosting a 3-on-3 tournament next weekend, June 22nd, during NFT New York. So if you're a hooper or would be in New York City next weekend, go to Krause House Club NFT for more information. Now, here's what's exciting. Okay, in addition to having a 3-on-3 tournament with some of the most notable 3-on-3 teams and street-based street ball crews across the country, and also having a dunk contest, they're doing all of this on the world's first physical NFT basketball court. So after the dunk contest, after the 3-on-3 tournament, they're going to cut up the court in 1,125 pieces, selling the pieces with NFT for authentication. And then the NFT also serves as a membership into the Krause House DAO. The DAO is, now this DAO is also owner of Big Three's Ball Hogs, with the mission of becoming the first DAO to buy an NBA franchise team. And full disclosure, I am a member of the Krause House DAO, and I'm going to talk a little bit more later in the show on why I chose the Krause House DAO to be my very first investment in an NFT. The basketball blockchain index is a tool that I'm developing to help me follow various basketball NFT projects, including DAOs and play to earn basketball NFT games. Now, I started the index after I heard about Ice Cube's Big Three launching their NFT project and minting a private mint last month. I currently follow 8 collections of various sizes and plan on following as many qualified NFT projects as possible as resources allow. However, only 4 make up the basketball index that I'm going to share with you today. They are the Big Three Ownership Group, the Rumble Kong League, the NBA Association NFT, the LaMelo Ball Dynamic NFT collection, the Golden State Warriors Legacy NFT collection, the Rumble Kong League Sneaker Connection, Slam Magazine Zion collection, and Crypto Dunks. Those are the 8 I'm currently following. And the 4 that are included in the index are the Big Three, Rumble Kong League, the Association, and the LaMelo Ball collection. So let's take a look. Big Three ownership. So I've been following the Big Three ownership on OpenSea for a month. And with the mint this past Friday on June 10th, I'm actually surprised that on Saturday, June 11th, that the numbers of listed NFTs listed on OpenSea are only at 564. Now, I'm a novice in the space, so I'm not sure what the correlation is between minting on the Big Three mint site and then what's been minted automatically showing up on OpenSea. I don't think there's a direct correlation, and it may require the holders of the newly minted NFTs actually to list their NFT on OpenSea for that to be viewable. So though there's only 564 NFTs listed from the big three ownership group, that's minted up to 4,500 gold tiers this past, or made available to mint this past Friday. The whole mint could be sold out. It could not be sold out. That information is public facing, and this is what's listed. Now, with that said, over the last 7 days, there's been an increase in 17 NFTs from the big three ownership group being listed. The ownership number went down. Now, when I first following that, they were at 183 owners. Last week it went down, and then now this week it went down by 4. Now, interesting enough, though, the floor price over the past 7 days increased by 0.11 ETH, while volume almost doubled by 23.07 ETH, and the average price over the past 7 days for big three ownership NFT has been 2.24 ETH, and that's an increase of 0.71 ETH. That activity, as you see, is a direct reflection. Here's the 90-day activity. Is a direct reflection of what's taking place. So I know on around June 8th, everybody who had purchased a big three NFT in limited amounts in the pre-mint, because you can only mint so many, they had access, I believe, around the 6 or 8 on how to gain access to additional benefits. So that might be an indication why we see that bump there. So I'm gonna be watching this particular collection very closely, simply because of the implications this particular project has. And over time, I will be doing more in-depth analysis and evaluations of the big three ownership group and their campaign. Now, what I would say is, when you look at the total volume, this collection launched about a month ago. The project's total volume has been 217 ETH. That translates to about $390,000 at an Ethereum price of about $1,800. The big three, that collection has a 10% creators fee. So every time these NFTs are being sold in the marketplace, the big three gets 10% of that. So that means over the past 30 days, they generate approximately $39,000 off of their NFT project in residual passive income. This is an interesting collection, the LaMelo Ball Dynamic Collection. Now, this collection, the description reads, LaMelo Ball Collectibles contains a supercharged NFT tethered to the NBA phenom LaMelo Ball statistics, awards, and highlights. Owners of the NFTs will be entered into verifiable random draws to win never-before-seen memorabilia, participate in Melo's endorsement deals, and unlock VIP to access chat with Melo himself. So if you're a LaMelo Ball fan, membership has benefits, and apparently this collection is tied directly to LaMelo, and holders of this NFT are in line to be able to take advantage of promotionals and gain access to LaMelo Ball. Pretty cool. Now, this is a smaller collection, and as you see over the past 7 days, not a lot of activity. So the collection has been steady. There's been no movement in ownership or on floor price. However, volume is down, and the average cost, though the floor is higher, dropped by 0.367 ETH. Now, here's points of interest with this particular collection. At an average cost of 0.021 ETH, that's approximately 63 transactions a week on a volume of 0.36, on a volume of 0.2104 ETH. So that's about 63 transactions. Now, The collection has a lifetime volume of 322 ETH. That's approximately $600,000. And with a creator's fee of 10%, that means that over the life of this particular collection, this collection is generating an additional $60,000 in residual passive income for the collection owner. So as you see here, this collection has had, like many collections, it has its ups and downs. I haven't been aligning the collections with overall market trends, so I'm not sure how the activity, how the ups and downs on this relate to the overall crypto market and at larger scale, the economy as a whole. However, I do find this information very interesting. Now, the Rumble Kong League. Now, according to Slam Magazine, this is the NFT project that has swept through the NBA and includes backers like Steph Curry and Paul George. The Rumble Kong League is a competitive play to earn experience combining engaging gameplay with Web3 functionalities. You only need one Kong is needed to play in the game, and everyone is welcome. Now, they launching with a set of unique 10,000 ERC 721 tokens called Kongs. Alongside a truly unique look, each Kong comes with randomly generated set of attributes that can influence their performance in a match, providing additional depth and strategy. So they have these interactive NFTs that are used to play in the Kong League game. I haven't played, I don't own, so I'm not familiar with the game mechanics. But the concept I really like here is the whole concept that in addition to the randomly attributes that are displayed in the artistic work or the artistic depiction of each Kong, the attributes also align with gameplay characteristics, AKA NBA 2K. I'm at 90 with 89 hops and a 95 jump shot and the 75 defense, etc. So I think that is a really exciting concept, and I think we're going to see more of these type of games coming out. Now, over the last 7 days, they've recovered 100 newcomers. Again, I've been following this project for a month. Last week they lost 100. This week they gained 100 new owners. The floor price has held. The overall volume is down by 53.34 ETH. So that's a pretty decent volume right there. Now check this out. The collection has a total volume of 17.87 ETH. That translates to $44 million leveraging the ETH price of about $800. That comes out to $44 million using the ETH 50-day average of $2,476. So 17,000.8 ETH times $2,476 gives us approximately $44 million. And with the creator fee at 5%, the collection has generated approximately $2.2 million in additional passive income. This is the power of these collections that have great utility, and even more if you have game mechanics. You build it once, you put it in place, and then that collection can function almost on its own and continue to drive passive residual income as long as they're seeing value in the participation in your collections economy. Now, look at this activity. So as you see, over the 90 days, significant volume. There's activity almost every single day with RumbleCon. And we look at their 7-day volume. I mean, 22 ETH over 7 days is pretty decent. And last but not least, the NBA's association. As I mentioned earlier, the NBA started out with Top Shot. And Top Shot is a closed platform where You buy and trade and view the NFT within that single closed environment, where the association project is an open source or an open platform where your NFTs now can be displayed on OpenSea, can be displayed on Rarible and any other platforms that allows you to display Ethereum-based tokens. So it's been pretty steady. They lost 100 owners last week. Actually lost 100 owners a week for 2 weeks. Over the past 2 weeks, they lost 200 owners. The floor price has held, and the volume for the NBA brand, the volume appears to be low at 8.6 ETH. It's down by 4.2 ETH, and you have an average price of 0.953 ETH, which is a decline of 0.0042 ETH. So, and when we take a look at the association's 90-day, we see the activity. We see overall, though there's peaks and valleys, we do see that the trend line is trending down. So it appears as we reach into the summer, as the NBA season comes to the close, and concerns about the economy, we see the overall activity slightly going down and trending downwards, though we see some peaks towards the end of the month. And we look at the 7-day volume, we see here at the end that there was a trend going up. So it's going to be interesting to see how the association fares, not just over the summer to next season, but over the next several years, and see what type of traction this particular trading NBA trading card NFT project. The basketball blockchain index over the past 7 days had a total volume of 73.6853 ETH. That translates to only $130 something of activity. And we're looking at a 90-day track for the 4 collections that I just outlined of 7,175.37 ETH. And which translates to 90-day of about $12,915,666 total volume for those 4 projects over the past 90 days. The promise of blockchain and NFT extends well beyond owning JPEGs, and those who have been following the space understand this. And now the basketball world is beginning to experience these disruptions. There are over 2.3 billion basketball fans worldwide. If we applied an average economic value of $200 to each fan, meaning the aggregate economic value of every basketball fan in the world is 200, that's a market size of almost $500 billion. Yes, this is a very basic approach to calculating the global basketball market, but you get the idea. I have witnessed And One, Ball is Life, Overtime, and a dozen other smaller brands build their basketball franchises from either paying streetball players egregiously low rates or building platforms in the Web 2 space from free content from their users. An entire recreational basketball genre, street ball mixtape video platforms, was created without paying content creators little or nothing. Or you have creators who repurpose available basketball content or stories to only have Web 2.0 platforms extract 98% of the value of the content from the creator's efforts. With basketball being the most dynamic sport in the world, and with so many variations of play, and played and enjoyed by such a diverse global audience, blockchains and NFTs promise to unlock the value of street ballers and content creators in a way that aligns everyone's interests. More importantly, basketball's close relationship with hip hop provides another level of creativity, inspiration, and support. Hip hop and basketball space typically adopts technology faster than any other sport. So this $500 billion marketplace of creative, technologically progressive fan base offers untold opportunities for the blockchain to completely help innovators reimagine basketball and its relationship between players, owners, and fans. Today, the seven-day volume of the 8 collections I am following was only 73.68 ETH, or approximately $132,000, with a 90-day volume of 25.67 ETH, or $46 million, with an annual trend towards 184 million in annual volume. This is what most collections list, and this is what most collections listed for less than a year. With all the resources tied up, with all my resources tied up in the No Backboard Basketball League, I don't have a lot of spare cash sitting around for NFT investing. So I wanted my first NFT to be meaningful and add value to what I'm already doing. After considering all the opportunities I had uncovered today, I chose to buy into the Krause House DAO. The game plan statement reads: Krause House is a decentralized, autonomous organization governed by a community of fans, basketball lovers, and purists. Together, we will write the consensus rules that will bring the first fan-governed team to the NBA. The collective of ambitious contributors whose goal is to own an NBA team describes the underlying mission of the DAOs in its purest form. Difficult by one, achievable by many. So for me, instead of investing or buying a JPEG, I bought a membership in a community of crazy, ambitious, out-of-the-box thinking, like-minded basketball fans who will one day own an NBA team collectively. And in the meantime, are exploring buying professional basketball teams around the world. And to this point, the DAO has bought out the entire fire tier of the Big Three's ball hogs. And I'm one of the owners.